Boom. Ether 9 TV. Ether 9 TV. Ether 9 TV. I'm only joking. I'm only joking, people. It's B Fam back in the house again. Now, in the last 24 hours, give or take, I know some of you, especially any of you new guys to the channel and ladies, you must be feeling what just happened to the market. My portfolio just got wrecked. I've lost X amount of money. Hey, hey, this is crypto. What goes to the left must swing to the right. What swings to the right must go to the left. What goes up must come down. I told you this market is crazy. Yeah? So you better get your studying cap on. Because that's the best thing you can do for yourself is study, study, study. And always play from a position of strength, people. You must always do that. Now, when I say studying, I mean you must learn how to read charts before you buy anything. You don't just buy with the price. No, you go to TradingView or CoinCharts Pro and look at the chart of the asset you would like to purchase, people. Real talk is very, very important, right? It will give you a much better perspective of when to buy or when to sell. So first of all, you can easily go to Google or DuckDuckGo and tap in bearish patterns. Okay? And you can just go to images and it will give you a whole list of bearish chart patterns that you could look and analyze and see for yourself. This is just one thing I do or I have done, still doing, right? Because I'm still learning, right? So one thing you must do, people, is learn the basics of trading and reading charts. It will pay you better in this market. Real talk. But before I'll go into that, right? Let's just take a look at the prices because I know over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin just fell around 12, 13%. I think it touched around 51,000, 52. And yeah, big dip, big dip. I mean, we saw some double digits. I mean, we still got double digits right now, as you can see. Um, that's just what happens in the crypto market, people. You have to be prepared for the ups and the downs. So, for anybody listening to this who has weak hands, I think you better go to the gym and start pumping it up and make those weak hands into some strong hands and have a long-term perspective in this market. Because when in doubt, what do we do on this channel? We just zoom out. And if you zoom out, this is the Bitcoin chart right now on a monthly time frame. You can see Bitcoin is just taking a little breather, people. It's just taking a little breather, right? So in fact, before I go into a bit of the news, what's happening in the cryptoverse, let me just give you 4 pointers, right? Point number 1, big time frames, big time frames, they rule the overall trend. So as you can see, we are in a monthly time frame, and right now, every month for the past 6 months has been green, people. Green, green, green. Now, this month, we've just got into the red just now, right? And it's only a touch. It's nothing big. We whipped down here to around 51, as you can see, right? But overall, it's looking healthy still from the bigger picture. Now, when we zoom in to the weekly, yeah, just a little dip, as we've had previous dips back in February and back in beginning of this year. We had a few dips, right? So it's nothing new. So anybody that's been on listening to this channel for the past few months since August, you've seen a few dips already. So you're hard in the game. You know the dealio, right? But for others that's just come to this channel, maybe you're feeling you're gonna lose your mind. Just calm, just calm. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Be patient. Things will pan out. Bitcoin is just due. It's due for a pullback. It's due for a chill out. In fact, it really is. It really is because as you can see from the chart, it really goes. It's been on a tear. So rule number one, the big time frames, they rule the overall trend. For example, let's take the example of a man and his dog. The man is going from point A to B. Easy, straight line. The dog on the leash, right, is going to be sniffing some other dog's butt, taking a piss, right? But overall, so it's not going to go in a straight line. It's not going to follow the man's path, exact straight line from point A to B, right? It's going to go zigzag, zigzag, right? So that's when if we go down to the smaller time frames, that's what I'm talking about. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. This is the dog. This is the dog. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And we go to the monthly time frames. You can see all we want to do is from point A to B. That's the man. From point A, 9,000 to 60,000. Straight line, right? But we go to the smaller time frames, 4 hour. Now, look, this is the dog. Up and down, up and down, up and down. That's what happens, right? So that's giving you an example of number one, point one. Point two, or rule two, should I say, right? So that was rule number one. Rule number two, reversals start from the smaller time frames and they get bigger. Just like now, as you can see, boom, this is a 4 hour time frame on Bitcoin. Woo, I mean, this is some savage red candles. And it just broke my little trend line. This is not right and exact, this trend line that I've drawn, but it just broke it, as you can see. And boom. But now, what's happening now? It's reversing. Yeah? So reversals start from the smaller time frames. You don't get a reversal on the monthly time frame, people. No. Reversals always start from the small time frames and work their way out to the bigger time frames. Okay? Right. Third pointer or rule. Descending patterns break to the upside and ascending patterns break to the downside. As above, so below. What goes up must come down, and vice versa. As we can see, we're on a daily chart on the Bitcoin, and as you can see, I'm starting down here at 30,000 and ascending pattern going up, and then eventually it breaks down. Yeah, and then again, so descending patterns eventually break up. Simple, 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 simple. Now this works on all time frames. So, okay, so it's not just the daily, the 4 hourly. It works on all time frames, people. All right. So that's point number three, or rule number three. Point four. All right. Point four. Range contraction leads to range expansion, and vice versa. And you just repeat. Okay. So for example, you're climbing up a mountain, right? And this is not, yeah, this ties in with all the other examples I've given you, all the other pointers, right? But for example, right, range, boom, from here, expansion, and then we do a little contraction here, down here, right? Pulls back, and then expansion again, right? Contraction, expand, contract, expand, and so on. This happens on all time frames, people, right? So, as I said, a mountain climber, you're climbing up a mountain, for example. You don't climb directly straight up to the mountain in one line. No, you take a rest at certain points to gain some energy, and then you move up again to your next level. Same thing with trading and charting. It's the same thing, people. It's no difference. There's no difference to it, right? This is a weekly time frame on Bitcoin. Expand, contract, expand, contract, expand, contract, expand, contract. That's all it is. So once you combine all these points, all these rules together, it's going to help you in your trading. Now, I learned this from a channel called Ready Set Crypto. Go and check them out, right? Sign up to their channel, subscribe to their channel, Check out their videos. They've been in the game since 2017. They've got great knowledge in the crypto verse on all aspects. So go and check them out. It was these few videos that I watched a few years ago explaining these four rules, and they go into it in much more detail than BFAM here. All right, they will break it down even more. Right. So go and check out Ready Set Crypto. My G's, love them to the max. Pure Jews on their channel as well. Right. It's all Jews out here, people. That's why your bags always get fat when you come to E9 TV. Because I fatten you up with your bag. Well, I don't want to fatten you up. No, I don't want to make you fat. No, I just want to make, well, no, not physically fat anyway. Right? Anyway, let's go into some news. What's going on with the Bank of Brazil? I'll tell you what the Bank of Brazil is doing. They're going to offer exposure to a cryptocurrency ETF for its customers. More money coming into the market, people. Even more copious amounts of money. So what they're saying now, this website, by the way, is cryptonomics.com. For those who want to know, and go and check it out. Right, the Bank of Brazil, Banco do Brazil, whatever the shit, hey, is going to offer its customers the possibility of buying the crypto ETF of Hashdex with the hash 11 ticker symbol. Hashdex has already acquired the support of two leading Brazilian banks, Itaú and BTG Pactual. With its latest move, Banco do Brazil becomes the first public bank in the world to offer such kind of exposure, people. The first public bank in the world, on the planet, people. This is huge news. I mean, whoa. Now, for all those people who don't know what an ETF is, I recommend you go and check out investorpedia.com. They've got plenty educational material about the investment world. Get your bags nice and fat, full of money for yourself and your family, right? So this will explain to you what an ETF is. Let me be basically an exchange. It stands for an exchange traded fund. Is a type of security that tracks an index, sector, commodity, other asset, but which can be purchased or sold on a stock exchange the same as a regular stock. Basically, to cut a long story short, it's easier for people with dough, for people with money, right, to buy this thing and go in and out. Very easy. Don't have to worry about no private keys, no wallet, none of that crap, right? So that's all it is, people. But go to investorpedia.com and they will give you a proper breakdown on it for those who want to learn. And I suggest you learn. Because if you learn, you know what's going to happen? You're going to earn. Anyway, boom. Now, security people, mind yourself out here in the cryptoverse. Because I told you this market is crazy. Because ups and downs. That's why BFAM always says, what's one of my mottos? See profit, take profit. See profit, take your profit, people. Because what, man? I mean, over the weekend was kind of bloody. I mean, to be honest, I'm going to be honest with you, people, right? Really, really, really. I'm going to be real honest. The little dip that we had, right? To me, that was like me cutting my finger on paper, a little paper cut. A little miners. It's miners. Miners in the bigger scheme. That's why I said, when in doubt, zoom out. Miners, people. It's a little paper cut, right? It's a nice dip. Buy some cheap crypto on the cheap, right? So for those who are in the long term, for those who are in the short term, I know you may be screaming because you want to earn some quick money, quick fast. But let me tell you something. I mean, some of you may make it, but hear what? It ain't the way, people. It ain't the way. Cause why? You ain't going nowhere soon. So you might as well just stay in this for the long run. Zoom out, take your time, and you won't get wrecked. Right? Either way, what happens, the market goes up or down, you don't care. You're chilled. I'm chilled. I mean, my portfolio went down 5 figures. I'm like, hey, it's just another day in crypto. Simple. I ain't sweating. Jeez. Anyway, let's go back to this article. How I was robbed of nearly 200,000 Syscoin tokens. People, crazy, crazy, crazy. Now, by the way, this is coming from cryptocurrencynews.com. So go and check it out. Go and check it out. Because you know, BFam, I'm not going to read the whole article for you because I know you guys can read, innit? Anyway, anyway. Let me just read a few bits, just a few bits to get you keep your guard up out here because serious, this market is crazy. You got to be careful. I don't want you people going down to Rex City. It's not nice. And by the way, you know there was a good few million people got liquidated in the last 24 hours, give or take. They got liquidated, people, right? That's that's what's going around to say that's one of the reasons why the market fell so bad in price, or Bitcoin came down so bad in price. Because you know, when Bitcoin comes down, everything else comes down, people, in most situations, right? But they were saying, accordingly to the cryptoverse, some people out there, some articles, some YouTubers, people were over leveraged, and you know, whales saw opportunity, they can manipulate the market, etc., etc. Look, I don't care about that crap, right? But what I'm trying to say is about this leverage thing is this is people using too much leverage. You're using 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever, right? And you ain't put no stop loss. So when things go against you, you're losing all of your portfolio. That's what they mean by liquidated. Liquidations, people. If you had a stop loss, you wouldn't be liquidated, right? I heard one story, one guy lost 200,000, all his dough. 200 grand. That was all his dough, apparently. Now, if I'm losing 200 grand, that ain't going to be all my dough. That's going to be 5% of my portfolio. The rest is in hardware wallets. Are you crazy? God damn. Risk management, people, right? Position size. Know what you're dealing with. If not, you may not make it back out of Rex City. Many people don't. And I don't want you people to be one of those people. No. I just want you to be one of those people. You take a bus to Rex City sometimes and you just drive on and recover. Right? That's it. Right? You may take a bus now and again, but you don't stay. You don't stay. You don't hang in Rex City. You don't want to be crowned Mr. or Mrs. Rex City. No, you don't want to have the crown like that. No, we don't want that. Anyway, let's go back to this article because you know, B fam, I'm running off tangent again, and I'm slightly over time, but I'm gonna finish off soon. Anyway, on March the 2nd, 2021, I was robbed of nearly 299,000, right? Syscoin tokens from my Syscoin QT 4.1.3 cheese desktop wallet. 4.1 point. I tell you, some of this crypto stuff, man. Anyway, while seeking technical help on Discord, by the way, is a social media app service like Telegram, etc. During a wallet backup. So I've been buying and accumulating Syscoin since 2017. He's been in the game since me. I added a large amount in April 2020. So this guy's been, you know, dollar cost averaging, as BFam likes to say. And make by the way, BFam, this is not. I ain't no financial advisor. I gotta say that because don't follow me. Don't do what I do. Take what I say, analyze it, rip it apart, put it back together again, and do your own thing. Anyway, so when the price had dipped to 3 cents, as I type this piece, CoinGecko tells me my stash would have been 85 grand today. 85 grand today, people. His stash of Syscoin, 200,000 Syscoin, it would be 85 grand, people. Life changing money. Now, that's life changing money for some people. For others, that's some Trump money, right? It just depends on your perspective, how you live, your lifestyle, where you live on the planet, your mindset, right? But hey, that's a good amount of money. Anyway, that would have gone a long way in funding my spouse's AML chemotherapy, more than my yearly oil field wages. So his spouse, she's in chemo, or he's in chemo, and that's what I'm saying, people. It's sometimes it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy, right? That's why you got to be careful. BFam tells you the first thing, the most important thing in crypto: security, security, security. Guard yourself amongst these schemers, these snakes, these fowls, these weasels. I can carry on, but here, well, how could I be so stupid? I've been keeping tokens in various wallets since I started investing in crypto back in 2017. Sounds a bit like me. Some, like Ardor, are easier to maintain than others. Syscoin's desktop wallet backup and upgrades have always felt like rocket science. Now, people, I've got to stop there. You see how this person is saying this felt, certain wallets felt like rocket science? I'm with him on that. I still come across things like, oh my days, my head hurts. Right? Yeah, it's real. As I said, this thing is not easy sometimes, right? This crypto journey is not easy sometimes. You gotta get your head round things. Sometimes you gotta read things 9 times over before you get it. It's like that. So don't be dismayed, people, especially any you newbies out there. Do not be dismayed, please, please. Anyway, every time they released a new version that required a mandatory update, it gave me palpitations. Yeah. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing at what he said. Palpitations, people. Like, his heart start beating. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it starts sweat. Start shakes. Feeling a bit flaky. Anyway, fortunately, the Syscoin community and developers are extremely patient and helpful with the process. So, obviously, I'm going to cut a long story short. Basically, he got done by a fake developer and a helper, right? But you can read the whole article for yourself because it's quite a bit, and I ain't gonna bore you. I'm not gonna bore you hearing my voice, but go and check it out and read it. Pay attention. Take heed. Be careful out there. I'm warning you. It's happened to me. I was on a Telegram one time back in the day, in early 2017, as a newbie, right? It was a um ah capa- the coin was called capacity, right? Let me see if it's I'm sure it is still in the game because I've still got some in my wallet. Let's have a look. Here we are. Right. I've got some of this, right? And basically what happened is I sent I think it was 1,000 of them to a fake admin on Telegram, and I lost my money, right? But hey, I learned from it. Luckily, it was only a small portion of my portfolio, right? So I didn't sweat it. I learned from it and I moved on. And that's what you have to do, people. You have to learn from your mistakes and move on. But what BFAM is here to do is trying to tell you the pitfalls out here. So you make minimum mistakes and you lose minimum money as opposed to making maximum mistakes and making maximum losses. I don't want that because you will, I guarantee you, make a few mistakes in your journey. But as long as you lose, or I don't even like to use the word lose because really and truly, in the bigger scheme of things, people, you don't lose anything. Where can it go? Where's it going? No, man. Somebody else taking it. It's all within the all, right? But we're gonna use lose for lack of a better word, right? So if you lose a little bit of money, that's fine. It's fine. It's when you lose a lot of money, right? And you can't recover from it. That's when things get hectic, right? And I don't want you to go through that because a lot of people has lost their life savings, etc. in crypto, and it's not a nice feeling, right? They've got to work to regain all that money back because some scammer scammed them out their money, right? And it's not right. But hey, that's how the world is out here, people. Not everybody's the same, and we have to accept that, right? There's some so-called good people and so-called bad people, right? So, depending on your perspective, how you look at it. But anyway, any more news have I got for you? Any more news? Any more news? Yes, one more thing. One more thing, people. One more thing is make sure you sign up to the Ether9 TV, subscribe, click the notification bell, right? Click up the likes, share it with your friends and family, right? And acquaintances. Don't forget your acquaintances. Share it with them too. Share it, even if you don't talk to them, just share it with them, innit? Right? Also, don't forget to check out all my links in the description of my videos. If you want the best CBDs on the market, go direct CBD. Link in the description. Best products on the market right now. You want help with trading? Token Metrics is the one for you. You want to get some passive income? Celsius, Nexo, etc. You want to get to the best exchanges? Binance, Huobi, Qcoin, all links in the description of my video. Also, if you want the best books on the planet to help you in your trading journey and your life journey, in fact, the full 9 yards, go and check out Malachi Z. York's books.com and all the other 2 links that I have where you can purchase those books from. Nashat in South London, another bookshop in Brixton. Go and check them out, people. Links in the description of the video. For those people who are local to London, England, then just go and visit the shops. Now we're off lockdown because we've been out of lockdown for about a week now. So boom, 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 boom. Hopefully we will stay out of lockdown, right, for the rest of our lives, right? Right? So I hope we don't see another lockdown. You know what I mean? Like next month they say, London, you've got a lockdown again and all the shops have got to close. That would be just disastrous, people, because people's been wrecked for the whole year. Apart from those people in crypto. Anyway, B fam, you know how it is. I gotta love you, I gotta leave you. Peace and love, and I'll catch you on the rebound. Peace.